It's a holiday season, and I know a lot of families have the tradition of having cinnamon rolls or Cinnabons around Christmas time. I mean, who wouldn't mind waking up on Christmas morning and having a nice warm cinnamon roll while you open gifts? So today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect cinnamon rolls that look and taste like Cinnabon. I actually used to work there, so I know a little bit about making them.
First, we're going to start with 1 cup of warm milk. Make sure the temperature is around 105 to 110 degrees. Then add a tablespoon of sugar and give that a whisk to dissolve the sugar. Then add 2 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. Give that a whisk and let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the type of yeast you have, or until it blooms and it looks foamy like this. Then to the mixer, add 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, including that tablespoon we used to bloom the yeast, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 cup of butter or margarine softened at room temperature. Using the dough hook attachment, mix for about 6 to 8 minutes until it forms a dough ball. If you don't have a mixer, you can definitely still make this dough by hand. After dough is formed, shape it into a ball and place it into an oiled bowl to proof. Set that aside for about an hour or until it has doubled in size. In the meantime, we'll make our cinnamon brown sugar mix. In a bowl, mix 1 cup of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. I like using my hands to fill around the brown sugar to make sure that it's not hard and clumped together. Now that the dough has proofed, it's time to roll it into a rectangle. Lightly flour your work surface so the dough doesn't stick. Knead the dough a few times to get out the air pockets. After working at Cinnabon for a couple of years, I stopped measuring out the size of the rectangle. And we also used a dough sheeter, so that made things really easy. But with a rolling pin, roll your dough until it's about 16 to 18 inches long and 12 inches wide. Once your dough is all stretched out, place 1/3 cup of softened butter or margarine onto your dough and spread it evenly. Then, with your brown sugar cinnamon mix, pour that on top and spread it all over your dough. Leaving about 1/2 inch at the bottom without the brown sugar cinnamon. That will help the dough stick together at the end of the roll. Now it's time to roll the dough. Start at the top by rolling a small little roll to get you started, then continue rolling, and each roll after the first small roll, stretch the dough away from you. That's going to make the rolls tight at the end. Once I get to the end, I like to make sure the log is equally spread out. Then I cut off the end pieces. At Cinnabon, we had a yardstick to measure out the sizes of each roll. I just eyeballed it here, but you can measure each cut about 3/4 or 1 inch long. You can see my undiagnosed OCD here, trying to place these. But place them equally apart with the ends facing each other. You can use parchment paper or a buttered baking dish. Now we're going to set them to the side again so they can proof one more time, which should take about 30 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to make our frosting. In a mixer, add 4 ounces or half a block of cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Start the mixer, then slowly add 1.5 cup of powdered sugar. At this point, you can preheat your oven at 350 degrees. You may need to use a spatula to push the frosting down in the mixer. Continue mixing until you have a nice smooth frosting. Let's check on our rolls. Now we're going to put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. We frost them immediately when they come out of the oven. And there you have it, cinnamon rolls as if you got them from Cinnabon. If you guys enjoyed this video, click the like button, comment below on what I should make next. See you in the next video.